Portsmouth Council staff on the lowest wages are disappointed that their wages have been frozen. The council is a member of the Living Wage Foundation, an independent lobby group that sets its own rates. In November, the Living Wage Foundation introduced a new rate of £8.25. That increased from £7.85. But in April next year, the government will introduce a new national living wage of £7.20. It's this middle rate that Portsmouth Council is freezing, rather than increasing or decreasing. Some councillors criticise the decision.
Those people who are the very lowest paid in this council will be the only people paid by this council not to receive a wage rise. So everybody else will be getting a wage rise, but not them, because you're freezing the pay of these people at what they currently get. And it seems to me incredibly unfair that, having said that we were going to try to do something about poverty wages last year, that we say that the only people who don't deserve a pay rise are the people on the lowest wages. And that's not good enough, and I don't think we should support that. So I think I would support option 1 and keep to the commitment we all made last year.
Over 170 council staff and hundreds of school staff receive the living wage allowance. Jobs include teaching assistant, gardener and security officer.
Now, a lot of the people that are on this wage at the bottom of the pay scales are part-time workers, that face the increased housing costs, and if you look at their disposable income, often they don't really have much disposable income. From what response we've had from members that are getting paid this, it's often making the difference with being able to pay all the bills and not juggle them.
But council leader Donna Jones says the local authority can't afford to increase its living wage. The move means the council will no longer be a member of the Living Wage Foundation.
The Living Wage Foundation is a very effective and it's a very good lobby group. But just because we don't necessarily follow their mantra to the word going forward doesn't mean to say that we're not a living wage employer. I want to clarify, we will remain a living wage employer, but a particular lobby group is saying it should now be £8.20. And the danger with aligning ourselves with that going forward is that we simply can't match and pay for and afford their aspiration. How do we know it won't go up to £8.90 within 6 months' time? And we'll be back here scratching our heads with already almost a best case scenario £250,000 gap. Worst case scenario, as we've heard from Luke, it could be £1.75 million gap. So actually we do really need to give concern to that, and we must be responsible.
Critics say the council should be leading the way, sending a clear message to private sector employers that people need higher wages. But councillors say they'll ensure the authority won't fall behind in national trends for wage rises. Dale McEwan, that's Solent.